Time for another Mark's Comic Haul. Y'all. I'm a little late. A couple days late. Not too bad, but it's kind of a small haul this week for the New This Week books. But despite the fact that it's a small haul, I am going to get to show you guys my HeroesCon haul, because I went to HeroesCon in Charlotte, North Carolina last weekend, and I did pick up some comic books while I was there, and I picked up a really cool sketch, which I'm going to show you guys at the end of the video. Yeah, it was fun. It was a really good time. I am exhausted. This is the first big show that I've been to in almost 3 years since COVID started, and man, was I out of practice. I'm going to give you guys a tip. If you haven't been to a convention like recently, like a big convention, start walking, start stretching, start getting yourself in shape, because after being away from the big con scene for 3 years, I was not prepared for the amount of walking, the stress on my legs. On day one, I was ready to pass out. So get yourself geared up if you're planning on going to a show, especially if you're planning on going to San Diego Comic-Con, which is later this month. You definitely want to get yourself in shape. Plus, I'm 3 years older now. So it's like, on top of the fact that I was out of practice, I'm 3 years older of an old man. I'm already an old man. But yeah, so that was fun. But the show was great, and I cannot say enough good things about HeroesCon. If you guys are hardcore comic book fans, it's one of the few comic book only shows left in the United States, and it is an absolute blast. So I highly recommend it. Okay, so now if you guys are new to this channel, my name is Mark Walters. This is Mark's Comic Haul, y'all. I hope you enjoyed this content. I usually do these haul videos like once or twice a week, mostly show new books, but sometimes you'll see some con hauls like you're going to see a little bit later here. So let's get started with the new books, and then we'll get into the stuff I picked up while I was at HeroesCon. All right, so we're going to go DC, Marvel, and then independent. Do I have any independent stuff this week? You know what? I don't think I do. I don't think I have any independent books this week. Kind of weird. All right, so Batman Catwoman number 12. This is the final issue of the series. I was actually trying to wait this out and get the trade paperback so I could read it all together. But this is the issue where we supposedly we finally get the moment that we thought we were going to get. It's a wraparound cover, as you can see, that we thought we were going to get all those issues ago. What was that? Batman number 50, where we thought Batman and Catwoman were going to get married. So there it is, for real. Anyway, despite the fact that I have that issue, since I haven't been collecting the rest of the series, like I said, I was waiting for the trade to come out. I think I'm going to continue to wait for the trade and then read it all as one thing. But I don't know, that last issue might be considered like a minor key. All right, so this is Batman Beyond the White Knight. What is this, number... Okay, you know what? I'm not afraid to say this because I'm old. I'm going to start using my magnifying glass more often. I think this is book 4. Yes, it's book 4. Because, man, it is so hard to read these numbers on these covers now. I am officially an old man using a magnifying glass. I think you can see right down here, it says book 4. But what's interesting is when I look at it down here, because of the light, I can't really see that. So, anyway, this is cover B with Robin, and I thought that was an interesting cover. I wasn't crazy about cover A. This was a really cool book this week. This is DC versus Vampires Killers number 1, and this is an homage to, what is that, Batman 432? Is that the issue number? I can't remember. It's the Todd McFarlane Year 2 classic cover by Todd McFarlane. This is Brett Booth, I believe, doing the homage cover. And yeah, for some reason, I don't know why, the store I go to, they sold out of these, and I was able to only get one. I'm trying to see if I can track down a couple more copies. I didn't think it would be that hot of a cover, but I guess they didn't order heavily on it. My one big book this week, I guess you could say my sort of big purchase buy, this is the 1 in 25 Paulo Pantalena variant cover to DC versus Vampires Killers #1, the 1 in 25 variant with Harley Quinn and Catwoman. I thought it was kind of nice. There was a 1 in 25 Harley Quinn variant cover. You're going to see Harley Quinn here next. And there was a 1 in 25 variant for this issue of Harley Quinn. This is issue 16. This is the Derek Chew variant, cover B. There was a 1 in 25 variant by, is it Tao? I think. And, I almost got it. I had it in my hand. I was going to the register, and I turned around and I put it back. I just thought it was kind of ugly. And I don't know. Maybe if I saw it again, I might feel differently. But I decided to just go with the Derek Chew cover B. And then I did get, because I pre-ordered it, I don't know why, I got 3 of those for some reason. I pre-ordered, this is the Pride Month cover by, is this Olivier Coipel, I think? Yeah, right down there. But I thought that was a cool cover, so. But yeah, I didn't get the 1 in 25, which I may regret later. I just didn't think it was a very good looking cover. But maybe I'd feel differently if I saw it again. Ivan Tao, is that the name of the guy? Okay, so Marvel. I think this was a holdover from last week. For some reason, this was supposed to ship last week, and it didn't ship until this week. And that is Amazing Spider-Man #4, the Skrull variant cover, which I thought was a really nice cover. But for some reason, that did not, see, it says Skrull variant. That did not ship last week. I don't know why. Avengers #57, just the regular cover A. And then this is Avengers 57, the, what are they calling this? Let me use my magnifying glass. The Hellfire Club variant edition. Now they're doing a whole series of these Hellfire Club variants. I thought this one was pretty nice, but some of them I saw, didn't really care for them. Oh, I got a couple more of these because I figured you can't have enough. This is Miles Morales Spider-Man 38, the Jen Bartel cover featuring Billy Morales. Seems like it's kind of a hot book, and I think I've got like 6 or 7 of these now. Let's see. I think this was another holdover from last week. Like, this was supposed to come out last week, but for some reason it shipped this week. And that is New Fantastic Four #1. Now, if I'm not mistaken, I think this is this Kari Andrews? Hang on a second. Use my faithful. Yep, Kari Andrews. Wow, good. I got that right. It's sort of an homage to like 1990s Marvel covers. So it's made to look very sort of like a cross between McFarlane and Arthur Adams, that sort of thing. I thought it was kind of cool. I like, Kari Andrews does some really cool covers sometimes, and I really enjoyed how that came out. And then I just picked this one up because I like the white background. New Fantastic Four, I'm not even sure who the artist is on this. I just saw it on the shelf and I thought that's a really good looking kind of simple concept cover, and so I grabbed it. This is one I'd been waiting for. The Arthur Adams Wolverine variant cover. Really like how that came out. I pre-ordered a few of these, and unfortunately one of them was damaged, but I managed to get 2 nice copies. So I'm going to see if I can return that damaged one I got. Star Wars Darth Vader #24. This is the Chris Sprouse Lucasfilm, what are they calling these? Anniversary variants. But I thought this was really nice. I really like how this came out. I don't know what the concept is here, because it kind of looks like an action figure, but it not really. So I guess it's just sort of a featured character variant. And as you'll see on the Obi-Wan cover coming up, they did the Obi-Wan cover to sort of match it. This is Star Wars Dr. Aphra #21. Really nice cover. Star Wars Dr. Aphra number 21. This is the Chris Sprouse Lucasfilm 50th anniversary variant featuring the Book of Boba Fett. I am Boba Fett. Boba Fett. Got two of those. And here's the Obi-Wan cover, which, as you can see, very much matches the motif of the Darth Vader cover. How'd you guys like that Obi-Wan series? I really enjoyed it. I've heard some people be very critical of it, but my opinion is it's a Star Wars TV show. It's not a movie. It's not a $200 billion movie. It's a TV show. And I thought for a Star Wars TV show, it gave us a lot of really cool stuff. So I was happy with it. But anyway, that's Obi-Wan number 2. And I really like that cover, so I grabbed 2 of those. This is Thor, Lightning and Lament, number 1. And this is the Ron Lim variant cover, or I don't know, this may just be like a cover A. But the main reason I picked this up is because the interior art is by my buddy Todd Knock. And I was really happy to see him draw Thor. I think he did an Ice Giants one-shot before, so it's not the first time he's worked on Thor, but with the movie coming out... Oh, guys, by the way, I can't talk about it because I'm under embargo. I'm a film critic, for those of you that don't know. Aside from collecting comics, I'm also a film critic. I saw Thor, Love and Thunder. Okay, what can I tell you without breaking the embargo rules? It's really fun. It's really funny. I did enjoy it, but not as much as Ragnarok. I guess that's really about all I can say. Yeah. Really cool bonus Easter egg at the end credits. That's probably all I can say. Next week's show, when I do this, I'll be able to tell you more about it, because by then the review embargo will be lifted and I can talk more about it. But I can tell you it's really fun. I really enjoyed it. I didn't like it as much as Ragnarok. It's surprisingly short. It's like under 2 hours. So, all right. I can say this much. It reminded me a lot of Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2. So take of that what you will. And I can explain that next week. All right. The variants, number 1. This is a Jessica Jones mystery. This is the Phil Noto cover A. And I just grabbed 2 copies of cover A. This was one of the books that my shop, a lot of their copies got damaged. I think I might have got the only 2 decent copies they had. This is X-Men Red number 4. Really beautiful variant with Jean Grey. I wish I could remember who did this. Does it have a signature? I can't see. It does have a signature right here, but I can't make out what that says. Anyway, I just thought that was a really nice variant cover. Oh, and this is the Hellfire Club. I got 3 of those. Okay, so guys, that's it for the new this week stuff. But I have my HeroesCon haul. Now, before I get to that, I'm going to show you real quickly. When I went and saw Thor, I went to an AMC theater. Every time I've been to an AMC theater since the Batman came out, I never could get my hands on one of these. I guess they must have found a couple of them left over. So I finally got a copy of this Batman, or the Batman Special Edition, which is basically reprinting the Long Halloween, I guess, number 1. And man, I was trying so hard to track down one of these when this movie came out, and I never could get one. And so finally I got my hands on one, and who would have thought all I had to do was wait a couple months until Thor came out, and there it was sitting on the counter. So happy to get that. All right, so HeroesCon. I didn't get a lot of stuff. And most of the comics that I bought, in fact, almost all of the comics that I bought, I think came from Shelton Drum, who runs HeroesCon, runs a store in Charlotte, North Carolina called Heroes Aren't Hard to Find. And at the end of the show, he has like an after party for the guests and for the staff at his store. And so I always go there because I love shopping in his store. So most of the comics you're going to see I picked up at his store, although I am going to show you a couple things here. So I'm friends with Joseph Michael Linsner and his wife, Christina Linsner. They're really wonderful people. I'm so happy to know them. They're like family to me. And somehow we got on the subject of when Joe stopped doing Cry for Dawn and then put out Dawn as a one-shot book, he put it out as a book called Drama #1. Now, I've had that book. I've had multiple copies of that book over the years. I never got one of these, and it just so happened he had a few of them left over, and he gifted this to me, and I thought it was super nice. So this is a special edition that they did for Drama #1. It came in this really nice envelope, which I took it out of so you could see it. And this is Drama #1, signed and numbered by Joe Linsner. There's his signature, and it's number 62 out of 1,400 copies. And it has like a little special thing on the back from when they put it out. So that's really cool. You know, I was really happy to get that. And I'll have to put it back in the envelope that it came in. But yeah, I've never had that before, and I thought that was really, really neat. And I also got from them Joe's 2020 sketchbook. Now, what is significant about this is this was done during COVID. Well, they didn't do any shows during COVID, so the only way you could get this, I think, was either you had to order it directly from their store, or you had to do, I think there was a Kickstarter that they might have done a thing. So I had never actually seen this, and there's the back. And as you can see, Joe personalized it for me. He drew a little Dawn eye there for me and signed it. So very happy to get this Dawn 2020 sketchbook, which I did not have, never even seen it. So yeah, that was really cool. Thank you very much to the Linsners for that. They know I love them. This is a HeroesCon program book, which features artwork. Man, there's so many people on here. There's Scotty Young, Bob McLeod. Who else do we have on here? Anyway, this was their program book, and as you can see, it's got artwork by several different people on there. Who is this signature? Hang on a second. Oh, Dave Peterson of Mouse Guard is right there. So yeah, really cool program book. I host the art auction for HeroesCon every year, and I'm not featured in the program book. They didn't list my name in the program book. I'm really unhappy about that, and I let Shelton know that I'm unhappy about that. I think he's going to fix it next year. It's okay. I'm not really that upset. Okay, so got some signed books. This was a copy I had of Cyblade She. You guys know what this book is? This is the first appearance of Witchblade. This is one of those books that for the longest time you could find it like in quarter boxes, and then everybody realized it's the first appearance of, in fact, you know what? I tell you what. Just to be educational. Just in case anyone hasn't seen it. There you go. First appearance of Witchblade. Cyblade She #1. Anyway, this is one of those books you could find for like the longest time in quarter boxes, and now everybody's kind of realized what it is. So I had this book signed by David Wohl, who was the writer, and I got Billy Tucci to sign it, who is the creator of She. Got several books signed by Billy Tucci. I got that, Wolverine She, signed by Billy Tucci. This is the, what do you call it? Sinryaku, I think that's how you say it. Number 1, signed by Billy right there. Looks like Patrick Nagel type artwork. This is Cyblade, The Battle for Independence, signed by Billy. Heroes for Hire, number 1, signed by Billy. First print. I don't know what this is. Is this a reprint? I think this may be a reprint. Hang on. Yeah, this is a reprint of number 1. I think it's just a limited edition cover that they did. Unfortunately, mine is kind of damaged. It's got a crease right there. I don't know if you can see that. But anyway, I got Billy to sign that. I could probably press that out, actually, now that I think about it. And then last but not least, from the Billy Tucci signature series here, Tomoe, number 1. This is this Chromium edition, or Tomoe, I think is how you say it. So yeah, got all those signed by Billy Tucci. Hadn't seen Billy in a while. This is, got some more signed books here. The Mighty Thor, number 400. I'm sorry, not 400, 450. And I got this signed by the great Ron Friends, who I had not seen in quite a long time at shows. I really liked Ron's work on Thor. This is actually my favorite Ron Friends cover of all time. It looks like a classic Jack Kirby cover, but it's Fantastic Four, number 325. I always loved this cover. Unfortunately, Ron did not do the interior art on this issue, but he signed it right there. I kind of wish he had used a different color, because that black barely pops out there. And I wish I'd had him sign it maybe like across Johnny Storm or something, so that it would have popped a little bit better. But I was just happy to get it signed, because I really like that cover a lot. In fact, if I could own a Ron Friends cover, that would be the one I would want to own. And then I got a copy of Thunderstrike, number 1, signed by Ron. He put best wishes, Ron Friends. Really nice signature on that one. Happy to get these signed. Lee Weeks was there, and I got Lee to sign my Punisher number, I'm sorry, not Punisher, Daredevil number 292 and 293. And this is a great 2-part story. I really loved Lee's artwork on Daredevil. As you can see, there's a signature. This is a great 2-part story, but the best part of this is the cover to 293, which is probably my favorite Lee Weeks cover. And I've showed you guys this before on the haul videos, but look at that cover. And he signed it with this blue paint pen, and man, does that look cool. So really, really happy to get that signed by Lee Weeks. It's just a great 2-part story in Daredevil. And then I saw Jim Steranko and got Jim to sign my Action Comics 1000. He asked if he could personalize it. I said sure. So he made it out to me, and really happy to get that. And then I also had him sign my copy of Captain America. This is Steve Rogers, Captain America number 1, the Steranko variant. And again, he asked if he could personalize it to me. I said sure. So there it is. All right, so those are all the signed books that I got. I actually took several more books out there with me to get signed, but I wasn't able to get to them because it was just really hectic, really busy. Now, you're going to see some books I picked up at Heroes Aren't Hard to Find. That's the store that is owned by Shelton Drum, who runs HeroesCon. And got some really cool books there. They kind of do this sale thing at the after party, and then Shelton was kind enough to give me a nice discount. I actually went there the day after the show was over and got even more books. So what you're going to see from here to the end, I paid $85, I think, total. All right, so this is Spectacular Spider-Man number 217. I just didn't have this book. It's got this really nice kind of foil cover. I don't know if I've ever even seen this book. It kind of looks like a book you would see like in quarter boxes or something, but it's a Spider-Man book I didn't have, and I've never seen it, and it's a really nice copy, and I thought, why not? So grab that. This is a book you guys have seen me show before, but I was happy to get another copy of it. This is Spectacular Spider-Man 222, and this is the first cameo appearance of Spider-Side, which is a clone of Ben Reilly. So it's kind of a nice minor key. Spider-Side has showed back up in the new, what is it, Ben Reilly Spider-Man series they're doing. This is another issue of Spectacular Spider-Man I didn't have, and it's a gimmick cover, and I actually thought it looked really cool, and it's a very, very nice copy, so I figured why not. This is issue number 223, and I don't know what you would call this, but you've got the spider symbol, and it's kind of a little embossed. Like if you feel around the edges, it's kind of embossed off the cover. But I don't know if there was like a regular cover for this, because as you can see, there's some artwork back there that this is covering up. I'm guessing when you open it up that you can see the artwork on the cover on the inside. I haven't had a chance to crack it open yet. But this is another book I didn't have, another Spider-Man book I didn't have, so I was happy to get it. Spectacular Spider-Man 241. This is the first appearance of the third Jack-o'-lantern, who is Daniel Burkhart. I think I've had this book before, but again, nice copy, minor key. Why not? Amazing Spider-Man number 242. And this is the first appearance of Alexei Kravinoff, who is the son of Kraven the Hunter. And as you guys know, there's a Kraven the Hunter movie on the way, featuring the star of Kick-Ass, Aaron Taylor Johnson. So another minor key, you know, first appearance of Alexei Kravinoff, who apparently picks up the mantle from Kraven. So this is kind of an interesting book. This is Peter Parker Spider-Man number 8. And the reason I picked this up, because in this book, Blade is bitten by Morbius and turned into a Daywalker. And up until this point, whenever Blade, you know, he was impervious to vampire bites, but because Morbius's physiology was different, when he bit Blade, it turned him into a Daywalker. So it was kind of an interesting thing. Now, I believe they retro-con that in a later issue. But this issue is where that happens, and I just thought that was kind of cool. And with Blade coming up in the Marvel Universe and Morbius now existing in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, who knows? Maybe that event will happen, and then that book will shoot up to be a $100 book. You never know. All right, so hang on. Not quite done yet. Thor number 417. This is the first appearance of the Red Celestial. So I guess you could call that a minor key. And I believe that's a Ron Friends book artwork. But I got that after I saw Ron Friends, so I wasn't able to get that signed. This is Thor number 472. First appearance of the Godlings. I think this is my second copy of this book. But, you know, anytime you can get a first appearance of a team, you never know what might become of that. Mighty Thor number 23. I just picked this up because it's, what do you call it, the hip-hop variant. And I don't think I had it before. And with Thor coming out with Jane Foster Thor, why not? This I was really happy to get. I somehow just never got this book before. This is Thor number 4 from the Jane Foster Thor series that they did, but the main reason I wanted to pick this up is because this book is the first appearance or the first team up of Thor and Jane Foster Thor. And as you know, in the movie coming up, if you've seen the previews, they fight together. So this is the first comic appearance where the two of them meet. So I thought that was kind of a cool minor key. These are some newer comics. Miles Morales Spider-Man number 38. This is just the design variant. I already had one of these, but I figured, hey, why not get a second one? The price they had on it was pretty good. Batman number 465. I just always loved this cover because it's just a classic Batman cover with Batman and Robin. And it actually says Batman and Robin on it. Great Norm Brayfogle artwork. Really love that cover. Colors, everything on that are great. And let's see here, kind of wrapping it up here with, so this is a book I did not buy when it came out because the store I went to, the price they had on it was way too high. And then I saw the Heroes store price on it, and I thought, that's not bad. And I actually ended up getting it for a lot less. But this is the Han Solo and Chewbacca number 2, 1 in 25 selfie variant cover by Adam Hughes. I wish the sticker wasn't here because it's covering up Chewbacca's like lower half of his face, but you can kind of get an idea of what's going on there. Anyway, it's a fun kind of Adam Hughes cover, and yeah, I was happy to get it because I don't think that was a really highly ordered book. This is Catwoman number 94. This is the final issue from the Jim Ballant run. I don't think I've ever had this book before, so I was happy to get it. Can't imagine there's a ton of these floating around out there. And last but not least, so happy to have this because I've never had this comic before. This is a beautiful copy of Superman number 223. Or is it 223? Yeah, 223. And I wish the sticker wasn't so big on here because it's covering up part of the logo, but just a really, really nice classic Superman book. White cover, great artwork. I'm assuming that is Kurt Swan. I'm pretty sure that's Kurt Swan. I guess it could be Al Plastino, but I think it's Kurt Swan. Anyway, I did not have this book. Very happy to get this book. I did not pay that much. I saw this in the case, the counter where they ring everybody up, and I was like, hey, that's a really pretty Superman book. And then when they showed it to me and I was looking at the spine, man, there is nothing wrong with this book. I mean, it is just a beautiful copy, beautiful corners, nice white. I may get this slabbed. I'm super happy with this book. So beautiful, beautiful comic. So happy to get that. And like I said, all those books that I just showed you after the signed books, all of those books together, I think I paid 85 bucks with tax and everything included. That was it. So I feel like I got a really good deal. On some of them, I might have paid more than I needed to. On others, I probably paid less than I should have. And then last but not least, I went to HeroesCon hoping to come home with several pieces of original art. I had budgeted for it. I saved my money for it. Everything I wanted, I couldn't get. Like the stuff that went in the art auction, it went super high. There were some original pages I wanted to buy at the show. The art dealers didn't bring them. So it was like I kept striking out. And then on the last day, the wonderful Charles Vess, one of my favorite artists. I've always wanted a sketch by Charles Vess. I never thought I would get one. I don't know if you've seen what his artwork sells for now. It's crazy expensive. But I finally got this beautiful sketch by the great Charles Vess. And I'm super happy with this. I can't wait to get it framed. So yeah, that and the Superman book those are my gems from HeroesCon. Super happy to get that stuff. So there you go, guys. I hope you enjoyed that. Again, I'm sorry that my new this week haul was kind of light. I'm sure that next week's going to make up for that. And I think there were some books that were supposed to ship this week that didn't, which will probably be on next week's haul. I'm anxiously looking forward to the new Batman, which is going to be written by Chip Zdarsky and illustrated by Jorge Jimenez, who's one of my favorite of like the newer DC artists. I can't wait to see what they do with that. So that's it. That's all I got. I hope you guys enjoyed that. And again, I'm sorry I'm a couple days late, but hopefully the HeroesCon part of that haul kind of made up for it. So hope you guys picked up everything you were looking for this week. If you would like to find out more about me, you can do so at bigfanboy.com. That's my movie news and review website. Also check out DallasComicShow.com. My next Dallas Comic Show is coming up August 12th and 13th. We're going to have a lot of really cool people coming to that. I'm getting ready to add a couple more names to the guest list. I'm really excited. And then we've got a couple more Dallas Comic Show events coming up later in the year, so stay tuned for that. That's all I got. I'll do some real quick shout outs. Comic Crypt to Castle Hills, I saw he just posted a new video. I need to check that out. PGH Zombie, let's see, Louis V. Where did you go, Louis? I'm worried about you. Where'd you go? Free Energy, Sean Hogan, Ian Hunter, CJC Comics. Tito just posted a new video, I think like a week ago. I was happy to see that. Kingdom Comics. Oh man, Spidey Fan. Who am I leaving out? I am so tired, guys. I cannot tell you. I cannot stress this enough. If you're planning on going to a convention anytime soon, please do yourself a favor. Stretch, work out, walk, get yourself ready for the stress on your body. And remember, you're 3 years older than you were the last time you went to a big convention. These are all things that I did not think about when I went to HeroesCon, and I really wish that I had, because man, I was hurting. I was hurting so bad that by day 2, I was like, I don't know if I can get through the rest of the show. And then finally, the 4th day I was there, which was Sunday, I think my body kind of normalized. It was like, okay, we're done with the pain. We're going to get past it. But man, what a struggle that was. I'm Mark Walters. I'll see you on the next Mark's Comic Haul, y'all. Take care.